Hello and welcome to Voices of Regalo, where your voice counts. This time around, we don't have a guest here. We're discussing like close past. My colleague, I don't want to talk about. My name is Jane, and she is.
My name is Oore
Oluwa. We're talking about the Edustake Conference. The Edustake Conference is one of our programs we do yearly, precisely January 24th on International Day of Education, and it has been 8 years already.
8 years of impact. Feels like we've come a long way.
Wow, it has not been easy.
At all.
It has really not been easy. Let's look into the wins, the lessons learned, the chaos, and everything in between.
That's
Edustake Conference.
between.
Everything. So, where do we start from? Is it from the beginning where they started at Egon Community, or where?
I think we should take them down memory lane a little bit.
Okay. Just
so I feel like most people don't understand where Edustake Conference started from or what it was initially about. So initially we used to just have students come together to talk to them or teach them certain things. Also teachers, educators, and then parents. And we just used to theme it then International Day of Education event. But then over the years we rebranded the event to be the Edustake Conference. So it's a fusion of two words, education and stakeholders. Basically bringing everyone that has a contribution in education into a room to reshape the future of education. So we have parents, teachers, students. We have students, secondary and tertiary institution students. We have policymakers, press members, and all these people, community leaders should not be exempted here. And all these people come together to just talk about ways forward on how to move education forward in Nigeria.
So let's start with the processes. In like the process before the Edustake Conference is really tedious. Like, do you want to talk about the proposals?
Oh my God. Okay. So a lot of people don't understand that the Edustake Conference doesn't just happen. Right, we do a lot of planning, 4 months, 5 months ahead of the conference. So we start planning as early as August, September. We're already putting out proposals. We're drafting letters. We're going to meet partners. We're pitching. We're trying to make them understand why they should come on board
and get funds also.
Yes, we're also speaking with schools to make them, because one of the things we do at the conference is to create a platform for secondary school students to compete, especially schools in low-income communities, right? So doing all of this, trying to get the beneficiaries to attend, the attendees, a lot goes into it.
A lot goes into it. Like, there was a time I was, going to drop off a letter. I had to video as in government house, like the road to the government house, because I was trekking, like. You can't see keke, as you can't see any vehicle. Before we started entering jeep to go and drop, we trekked and everything. And there was a time after like 2 years, 3 years of going to submit proposals later, like 2 years ago, there was a time I trekked up to there were no keke to take me to my final destination. When you get to all those Ikeja, GRA and all that, there are some places that as you wouldn't see keke, and I just paused. I just bend and I say no. I can't do this anymore. I can't trek. Like, my leg was virtually paining me. Then I was thinking how I would from as in Latif Jakonde
find your way
around that Ikeja, close to ShopRite side, find my way to Mushi, because that was the next place I was to drop off later. And then it's likely that I'm going to go through like Oshodi or something like that. Then I'll find my way to Mushi, and I did. Went there that same day. And the funny thing is that, when you come in to drop in your letter, because you don't really know somebody up there, and, you are just stuck. And you follow up over and over again. That is one, like, should I call it chaos or what? You're talking about the wins, the lessons, and the chaos. In fact, that is amongst the chaos, because it's not easy. And I think it's this last Edustake Conference that we see a little bit
difference in transportation.
In transportation and support.
Yes,
you understand, from the government. And
we've actually seen support over the years, actually,
but I think it's not like this.
I think each year just keeps getting better. So the support keeps increasing.
Okay.
So at what point? Because for me, but I think I want to ask you first. At what point does it always hit you that, oh my God, the Edustake Conference is here?
There is one thing when you rent. As the hall, everything is put to place, and if that hall is not filled up, if something like that
fulfillment,
like, because I reach out to schools, 10 students, 2 teachers. That is what I do tell every owner of school. 10 students. Some self might, because of how important the conference is, some might be begging me, please Jane, please make us 20, please make us 15. I'm coming from Ogun State, I'm coming for this, please can I just add 5 and all that. But the pressure there is that sometimes they might tell you that we'll be there and all that, but you don't like put all your eggs in one basket. Yeah, you don't put all your eggs in one basket, because there was at a point that some people didn't come on time and the hall was half filled. It looked after the publicity and everything, and is this it? You understand? So even on the day of the conference, my heart will just be like this. I know I've done all the work and calculation for that all to be filled up, for people to be imparted.
I feel like for me, when the Edustake, when it hits, or when it comes to my realization that, oh my God, Edustake is here, it's like when we are like 1 week to the Edustake conference and there's a lot of pressure left side everywhere. You're like, oh, have you reached out to that vendor? And then it just does, because when we've been preparing 4 months ahead, you feel like just like we have time, there's time.
It's not a big deal.
But when it gets like a week before the conference, you're just like, oh my God, it's already here.
It's already here.
So
and all that.
I feel like in that regard, let's talk about vendors, right? I feel like vendors have shown us,
oh my God,
some good side, sometimes
and bad side.
And bad side. So what's one vendor experience that you would never forget?
Okay, in fact, all of us at Regalo Foundation would never forget. It's a vendor that does our branding and graphics for us and all that.
2025.
Edustake as in 2025. So imagine where Edustake is 2 days to go, and someone who was supposed to do the branding and everything just disappears with your money. Everything.
It's more than half the amount.
That's why I applaud as in project director, the founder of Regalo Foundation. Even at that moment, she was able to pull out something, and the branding was top notch.
I can never forget that experience, actually.
My God.
Because I remember that, and for most of you that might be like, oh, we didn't verify our vendors, blah, blah, blah. This is somebody we've been using for
over the years.
We've been using for years. And then we had communicated with him December that, oh, Edustake is like, oh, sure. He knows everything. He comes in January, does his takes his measurements, all of that, and he's like, okay, we need to make like an initial deposit per payment, which is obviously what we have to do. Like, it's normal. So we paid, I think, like a week before, and we even paid him more than half the amount, because we're like, let's just pay you almost everything up front so that we don't have so much to settle after the conference. Okay. Lo and behold, this man just stopped picking our calls. We sent messages, we couldn't reach him. We tried to reach out to people who knew him, nothing. We were so confused 2 days to the conference, like, what are we going to do? We had to contact another vendor. We had to start the designs all over again.
Spend more money.
It was a lot. We didn't even believe that was going to become a success.
So let's talk about the night before the Edustake Conference.
It's always an adventure. I feel it's not only particular to the Edustake though.
Yes,
I feel like most of our major projects we often have that late night, and sometimes it's just because we're trying to check and balance everything and be sure that everything is in order.
It's okay, just for you, just for
like the 2025 one, that one where we had to get a vendor 2 days to the event.
Wow.
But I know we did not leave the Lagos Theatre until like almost 12 midnight.
Yeah, I think I reached home. I left 2 people, like, where I stay, like, if you don't go on time, you don't see any keke or anything to take you home. So I left like to 11, and I had to call as one of my siblings to come to the gate to escort me because of as in security reasons and all that. So one thing I enjoyed about it, that even though we stay late night, our project director, our boss, Dr. Mrs. Chineye Onura, that is when we enjoy the most. Now this is when we enjoy the most. You have everything at your beck and call.
She actually sees the sacrifice, and she's
able
to compensate for that.
You eat anything you want, you relax and all that. As you are working, you are comfortable. Everything just top notch. So even though while you are working, it's not like maybe we are doing it with joy, because one thing about an NGO, you have to have that selflessness. Yes, that is the word. A selfless spirit, so that even though while the time is 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, but because you want to get this thing done, with that your selfless spirit, you just need to put in your all just to impact lives, and that is a wonderful one.
So I don't know, we've had several experiences on the set of Edustake, because I'll call Edustake a set that comes with unique challenges, right? Would you say that we've mastered over the years, we've mastered planning this program?
Okay, I would say we have mastered, but because we are growing, we want to do better, so we put in more. You understand?
I wouldn't really say we've mastered. I would say that we've just known how to avoid certain errors.
Yeah. Also that,
Yes.
Yeah. Also, avoid certain errors, and we now know how to do it better. In that. So even though we still stay, maybe as in the late night still continues, it's just to continue to make it more better.
Yeah, so we've seen errors that occurred in 2023, 2024. So every year we're like, okay, how do we checkmate this? We know that this cost us an issue last year. How do we checkmate? And a lot of people just feel like, oh, you guys are perfect at this. It's really not like we're perfect.
They didn't see the back end. They didn't see the back end. It was stressful, but it was perfect. Okay, let's talk about the mastermind of Edustake Conference.
Dr. Chineye.
Our boss, Dr. Chineye Onura.
Honestly, I feel like she puts in a lot. Aside from the financial aspect,
the planning, everything.
To even come up with an idea as the Edustake Conference is really commendable, because a lot of people are not even thinking in that aspect, right? No. And the many other features she adds to the conference, right? To the keynote speaker, she's very intentional about the people who sit on the panel. You even see, once we finish an Edustake Conference, she's already telling you next year we're inviting this person, we're inviting that person, we're inviting that person. And just like,
wow, she's really doing a lot.
But it just shows her intentionality to see that the educational system keeps getting better. And then I think when she also brought about the TLA, Teachers Leadership Academy, and she said, no, we're not just going to make this an academy, we're actually going to make them graduates and reward them with cash prizes. I was like,
we have the Legend Award and all that,
the Heroes Award. It just shows our intentionality.
Yeah, to growth, to education.
It's commendable. I'm not lying. She's my mentor.
My mentor. I've learned a lot from my
So thinking about the conference, what's like one thing or one moment that you just step back and you're like, we actually did this, like we pulled this up,
is when you have comments like, as in the school in which you invited and all that, they go to their various schools, all over the states, start talking about your foundation, and sometimes you see it online where they commend your organization. You see that that is a high moment for us at Regalo Foundation. It means that our impact is speaking really well, and there are so many moments in the conference. We have the drama and dance. We have so many aspects in the panel section, and everything is just memorable.
I think for me, one moment this Edustake Conference 2026 was when the Legend Award recipient was announced. And I remember how emotional she was. She couldn't even get up from her seat for a few seconds. She just opened her mouth. I was like, wow. At that point, I was just like, this is a very great...
You know why some teachers, she is a teacher of over 25 years of experience, and she said on stage that this was her first time she was being awarded. Imagine recognized. A teacher teaching for 25 years and she has never been awarded any sort of award. It's something to be touched about.
So the Edustake has really impacted a lot of lives, and if you have not been impacted by the Edustake, it's because you've never registered. You're waiting. You've never attended the conference. You are not our supporter.
Please just try and attend Edustake Conference 2027 and you will not
remain the same. Yes, you actually not remain the same, and we hope to see you. So we've come to the end of today's discussion.
Okay, wait, let's talk about our volunteers.
Oh yes,
our volunteers. We appreciate our volunteers. The work, trying to serve people, different schools, owners, and government, as in personalities. It's a lot. Our volunteers are out there, and the Edustake Conference is one area in which we tend to put on a nice wear, like this attire we are wearing. You could see It was that bomb. These are rare. So don't worry, you see the slides of our pictures and all that. Very, very
But
beautiful.
yeah, we're really grateful to volunteers. I don't think we can organize such a huge event like that and it will be a success without the input of our volunteers.
Yeah.
You see all their tireless labor from days before to the main conference to after the conference, dismantling all setup and all of that. We are really grateful that they chose to work with us, or that they choose to work with us, over the years. So thank you.
Thank you very much. So before we just, close up our app, we would like to recite our RHF pledge. Our RHF pledge. Oh, 1, 2, 3, go. I may be bent but not broken. I am the power of the thunderstorm. I am a change maker and a solution provider. I will impact my peers and community positively. So help me God.
Thank you.
We'd
love to see your comments, suggestions in the comment section. Please do well to like, subscribe, and share this video. Till we see you in our next episode. Bye.
Bye.